Thousands of people are taking part in this year's Budapest Pride March. Organisers are calling it a celebration and a protest for Hungary's LGBTQ community against a new law that bans what it calls the depiction of and promotion of homosexuality and transgender issues in schools and children's media. The European Union has said the law is discriminatory. The Hungarian government now wants to put it to a national referendum. And for more, I'm joined by DW correspondent Fanny Fachar in Budapest. The turnout looks to be very good. What's it like where you are right now?
Right now it feels like a big party, a celebration. But if you look at it even closer, you will see people are also protesting in what they call an anti-gay campaign by the Hungarian government. They're about actually to start their march from here, from this gathering point. There's going to be one crucial point today why they march through Budapest, when they're going to actually encounter an anti-gay protest. The question is if that's going to lead to a violent confrontation between the two groups or not. In fact, there have been various incidents in the past when Budapest Pride took place, ever since it's taken place here since the end of the 90s. In Hungary. There is hope, of course, with all the police presence that things are going to remain peaceful, but there's been so much attention revolving around this controversial law on LGBTQ issues that it's hard to ignore that emotions are quite charged here today on both sides of the spectrum. So it is quite unpredictable, actually, what's going to happen today. People here are hoping for peace, but yes, there is a risk of violence as well, unfortunately.
Right, so potential for clashes with anti-LGBTQ protesters. But how much support does the queer community in Hungary receive from the public?
Hungary is more homophobic in contrast to other European countries, even though when you ask people in general, do you think that people from the LGBTQ community should have the very same rights as heterosexuals, the majority of them, around 60% in a recent poll, said yes, they deserve the same rights. But when you ask them specific questions, how about same-sex marriage, how about adoption among LGBTQ people, you will find the great majority of Hungarians saying no, that this goes against the Christian values of a very conservative country, what they see Hungary as. They, that is specifically people who support the Hungarian government, but you will also see and find voices among opposition parties who are quite split actually over this issue.
The Prime Minister Viktor Orban has been facing criticism over this law which bans the promotion of gay and trans issues. Is that criticism having any effect? Briefly, if you can.
Just recently said, yes, there's going to be a referendum over a few questions revolving around this law, actually, before national elections takes place in 2022. But people here have been talking to say, why a referendum now that the law is already in effect? The question is, of course, how many people are going to participate in this referendum and what the result is actually going to mean. This remains to be seen.
Fanny Fachar in Budapest, thank you very much.